Usually I devote these segments to reviewing movies, TV, videos, all things geek. But this time I decided to get a little political because I just had to speak my mind about this one issue, perhaps to my detriment. This morning I woke up, checked my email, and saw that my man Afro Nerd had sent me a link to a commercial that's causing something of a stir. By the way, check out Afro Nerd on Blog Talk Radio. He does a great show that I listen to whenever I can. It's not for everybody, but if you can get with the message, it's a great show. The commercial is a Toyota spot called Swagger Wagon, featuring Busta Rhymes. Take a look.
Look, I done been around the world and every square inch of the planet. It don't matter where we at, we keep it fresh down to the fabric. Keep it regal, sharp as a needle. You know that it's a habit. All my folks is powerful people. You know we got it mastered. I see the way you do it and the way you get to cracking. Okay. You pull up rims shining. Trust me, I'm digging your wagon. Again, we go across the almanac. Y'all know who be the waviest, but when it comes to this cul-de-sac, this family is the craziest.
Now, Black Twitter has weighed in, and from what I can tell, the consensus is that people now hate Busta. Some say he sold out. Some complain he got fat. I take particular umbrage at that because, hey, it happens when you age, people. I'm living proof of that. But is it also because it's a portrayal of a white suburban family trying to act hip-hop?
All right, listen up, mother fathers. This one's about the swagger wagon. I wash your mouth out with soap if you call it a minivan. That's a dirty word. Drop that beat.
Well, if so, let's imagine for a second if it were a black family. You mean to tell me we really wouldn't lose our minds then?
Yeah, it's called the swagger wagon. I know that it sounds like bragging when we pull up to karate. Other parents' tongues are wagging. They be like, who that is?
And let's imagine if it were a white rapper instead of Busta Rhymes. Would that have been better? What I'm saying is I really can't think of a scenario where the outrage makes any sense. Who is the largest consumer of hip-hop today? Who is arguably the top rapper in the game today? For that matter, tell me, what exactly is hip-hop nowadays? Now, some of my fellow podcasters suggested that I keep my mouth shut since I may not know enough about hip-hop culture. And that may be true. I am not immersed in hip-hop culture. I'm not going to pretend that I am. But what I do know, and what I think I can say with confidence, is that whether we like it or not, hip-hop has gone mainstream. So why is Busta getting so much hate? Now, if your issue is that the rapping sucks, well, there's no argument there. But why is he targeted as a sellout? And I'm going to go there. Why was so much shame thrown at Mary?
Crispy chicken, fresh lettuce, 3 cheeses, Swiss dressing wrapped up in lime.
And then this from back in the day.
No one could get him to go on until the last piece was gone.
Now that's pop.
Well, okay, yeah, that was bad. That was a bad example. Mainly because MC Hammer was whacked to begin with. The fried chicken did not help his cause. But moving on, also this morning I checked my Facebook news feed and I found a link to this clip.
You know when I remember when Eminem first came out with his album in Chronic 2001, around that time came out.
Oh wow.
That was kind of like my Peter Quill mix. I listened to that. Me and my friend lived in a van in Maui, and we listened to that and smoked weed every day.
Get the fuck out of here, Chris.
I know
You hear this?
I'm about to call Marshall. Let's
Dude,
go.
I tell you what, I know every word to that album.
Prove it.
Prove it. What do you want me to say? Nowadays, everybody want to talk that they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move the lips. Just a bunch of gibberish. Motherfuckers act that they forgot about Dre. So what do you say to somebody you hate? What? Anyone trying to make trouble you wait? Want to resolve things in the buddy you wait? Well, just study your tape of NWA.
Shut up,
One
Ray.
day I was walking by with the Walkman on when I caught a guy giving a knock when I strangling him off with the pocket knot. You know.
Now, let me first say, I do not know the host. He very well may be a celebrity DJ that's well known from coast to coast. Maybe some of you younger guys out there know of him. Since I don't really listen to what passes for hip-hop nowadays, I don't know him. But let me also say, I did think that Chris Pratt was funny here, and I thought it was pretty cool. But what I find disturbing is that the host is so impressed by the fact that Pratt and his boy used to spend their days getting high on the beach all day, memorizing lyrics to the rapper who I alluded to earlier as being arguably at the top of the game.
Me and my friend lived in a van in Maui, and we listened to that and smoked weed every day.
Get the fuck out of
Every
here,
day.
Chris.
I know
You hear this?
I'm about to call Marshall.
Why is the host so impressed by a guy getting high all day and memorizing lyrics he didn't write? Is that hip hop? Now let me just back up for a second and state clearly, I'm not mad at Chris if that's what he did back in the day, or even if he does it now. I'm just saying it's not how I would choose to spend my days. I hope that my kids would try to find something a little bit more productive to do with their time. And just for the record, I am for the legalization of marijuana. But the fact that Chris reveals this information to us, the fact that the DJ seems to be so impressed with it, does that mean that Chris now has street cred? In other words, the host fawns over the white actor spitting lyrics from a white rapper. That gets love. And it proves that hip-hop has gone mainstream. But a black rapper performing in a commercial with a white family, which is clearly meant to be humorous, for some reason is unacceptable. To be clear, I'm not mentioning race to say that I'm against Chris Pratt or the host, or Busta or anybody. But I have a problem with the double standard. Now, I enjoyed Chris in the Guardians of the Galaxy. I thought he was hilarious. I'm going to go check out Jurassic World, which he's starring in later, and I will follow his career. On top of that, I thought he was funny here. And I thought the Toyota commercial was funny as well. It made me laugh at no one's expense. Not Busta's, not the white family, not at the expense of my blackness, not at the expense of hip-hop culture. I believe all that was intended was to make people laugh, which is a typical technique used in advertising. So until we get a hip-hop artist that appears online or on TV hawking fried chicken with a plate of ribs and a slice of watermelon while washing it down with a glass of grape Kool-Aid, can we cut these guys some slack? And that's the martini.